you sure it was me?
Uh-huh.
Did you see me?
Yes.
Okay. All right, it is 5 o'clock. Thanks everybody for being here. Before we jump into, well, there's Chief Pinion back with us.
Welcome back.
Welcome. We'll I know Kelly Thomas had signed up, and anybody that wants to come with her, if you just want to address us, and this topic is Dia de los Muertos.
Hello, I'm Kelly Thomas here representing the Dia de los Muertos Committee. So we had our first event last year in November on the Day of the Dead. This is a Hispanic heritage holiday. It celebrates ancestors that have gone on before. We do community altars that people can come and place memorabilia on from their family members. There's cultural food, cultural dancing, music, food trucks. So it's a great event. We actually had over 3,500 in attendance at the first one last year downtown, and we're planning on extending that event this year. So last year it was just the block between Moulton and Lee. This year it will be the block between Johnston and Lee. So 2 full city blocks. We are already partnered with the Alabama Center for the Arts and the Princess again this year. So they'll show Coco at the Princess, and then Alabama Center for the Arts will do the community altars that are done by the elementary schools throughout town. So the students will participate, and this will be a lot of different elementary schools. So last year I think we only had a few that were, the majority of the students were Hispanic. This year it'll be a lot more of the elementary schools because they have a little bit more lead time than a month before the event like we did last year, but it was still fantastic. So we would ask for your support of this event again. Last year the City Council was gracious enough to give us $5,000 for the event. We are asking for that same amount this year. We're expecting an even higher attendance this year at the event, so we are needing the additional funding this year to get this event going and hopefully get some more live music and more dancers so that we can really cater to that whole 2-block radius. So if y'all have any questions, I do have other committee members here with us tonight.
Do you remember did we get an estimate of how many people were there?
It was over 3,500, and that was the first event.
And we paid for food last year, I think. There was some free food.
Yeah, y'all's money went towards the food, and we did have to pay the cultural dancers. I'll let other members speak.
Okay.
The money that was used for decorations, as you know, coming into the city of Decatur, right into downtown, we decorated that 2-block radius to make it more welcoming for everybody and to show kind of the culture of what we were doing. We really targeted this event as a cultural event for the community. It was not just for Hispanic population, it was for everybody. We wanted everybody to be able to come together. And out of those 3,500 in attendance, I can assure you, we had a little bit of everybody there. We also gave 300 pieces of sweetbread, which is pan de muerto, to the first 300 people in attendance. We also gave champurrado, which is a type of hot chocolate, for the first 300 in attendance. So we want to be able to do more since we had so many people come in, not just from Decatur. We had people from Athens, Tanner, Huntsville, Madison, Coleman. We had Birmingham. We had people saying, we'll come to your city next year instead of going to the one in their city. And that's what we want. We want people to come to Decatur. We should not have to go to another city to celebrate this since it's celebrated everywhere else but Decatur. And we're so thankful that Decatur gave us the opportunity to do this last year.
Thank you. Any questions from the council?
I don't have any questions, but I have no problem saying I'll absolutely support this. I think y'all did a great job last year. I had so many people that went, and a few that actually just happened to be down there. They had no clue it was happening, and they were glad to be there. But great event. I know y'all put a lot of effort into this. Y'all have a really good group that's helping plan this. So
This event is in November?
It's November the 2nd. That
Okay.
is the Day of the Dead.
Okay. Yeah, we'll work on getting something on an agenda to vote on to support you guys. So.
And we know we had a great vote last year, so we're really hoping you guys support us again this year because our community is definitely looking forward to it.
Good. Thank you. Thank you guys.
Well, hey, I guess I do got just one question. So y'all are extending an additional block. Are you going to bring in more vendors or more activities?
Yes, we're actually going to be, it's going to be the same amount, the same distance that Third Friday is, and we are expecting more food trucks and vendors. That was one of our complaints. I hate to say complaint, but that was one of our biggest things last year was there was not enough food trucks for the people that were there, and people had to wait in line too long. So we are planning on having more food trucks.
I remember a lengthy line.
Yes.
It-
So we're
it's-
hoping that that will not be an issue this year, but hey, lines mean more money for the city, so that's also a good thing.
Oh, good point. I do think it's hard to plan for that first event, and 3,500, that's a pretty big turnout for any first-time event, so I would certainly think it'll grow, so. Thank y'all.
Any other questions? Thanks, guys.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you.
All right, we'll move into our agenda. We have approval of minutes. Any questions on either of those? And then monthly bills, approved May 2023 monthly bills. Any questions? All right, public hearings, resolution 23-146, approved request for off-premise retail liquor, beer, and wine license, Class 2 lounge for Chesco Incorporated, doing business as Star Spirits and Beverages at 601 6th Avenue Northeast, Decatur, Alabama 35601.
Emma Anders, Revenue Department. This is a transfer application for an alcohol license. The original license was for off-premise beer and wine, but this will add a retail liquor license as well.
All right, any questions? Just a change in ownership? Okay. All right, resolution 23-159, approved request for off-premise beer and wine license for Don's Mercantile at 119 2nd Avenue Northeast, Decatur, Alabama 35601.
And this is a new store opening up on 2nd, and it's his application for off-premise beer and wine.
Okay, any questions? Thank you. Resolution 23-160, approved special use permit for AT&T to modify existing equipment located at 703A 5th Avenue Southwest. And I don't see,
We believe this is on the water tower there.
okay,
It's on the water tower. Remove 6 antennas and 6 remote radios. Installing 9 antennas, 3 remote radio units, 3 surge protectors, and 3 feed lines to provide 5G.
okay. Any questions? All right, resolution 23-161, approved agreement with Trevor Butcher KCE2 Incorporated for water infrastructure upgrade for the development located at 719 Bank Street.
Yeah, Dane Shaw from Director of Development for the city. So this is an upgrade from a 2-inch line to an 8-inch line for the water line behind Bank Street. They're looking to put in 5 apartments and 2 retail on the bottom, and they have to have by code a fire suppression system to be able to do that.
Is it retail or a restaurant?
It's both.
Well, it's the same, but are we requiring it to be a restaurant?
We're not requiring it to be a restaurant, but that's what we're told is going in there,
Okay.
at least one of the slips.
All right, any questions?
Yes. So looking over that, is our part the 31,000 part?
Yes,
So that's 31,000, and we've given 2 years for him to finish it out.
yes.
Okay. And if he doesn't lease 3 of the 5 apartments, or retail, or at least both of the retail, we have a clawback clause.
They
in
come
there.
back, he pays for the line.
Okay.
All right, and then the next one is kind of in tandem with that. Resolution 23-155, approve aid to construction agreement between City of Decatur and Decatur Utilities for 719 Bank Street apartments and retail, which we had tabled to make sure this other.
Yeah, and that's the 31,000.
Yeah, you would not want to approve one without the other.
Right. All right, any questions on either one of those?
What'd you just say, Dane? That's the what?
It's the water line behind Bank Street.
No, I mean, what number did you give to with that?
31,000, it's like a little over 31,000.
I thought one of them was like 53.
Yeah, that was everything. It's just the
Our portion is 30.
Decatur
ours is
Utilities-
31.
Decatur Utilities is paying part of it.
53, okay.
They had impact fees, and we don't do impact fees.
All right, any other questions? All right, resolution 23-162, approve agreement between City of Decatur and Riverstone Capital Group LLC for a public access road adjacent to intersection of Highway 67 and Country Club Road.
And so the developer is putting in 120 townhomes and 5 retail. The access road has been designed for, or has been in concept for a number of years, even before I got here. The city would put in the access road, and if they do not build a minimum of 50 units and of 5 pads for the retail, they'll reimburse us for the access road.
Okay, any questions?
What's the cost of the road?
Our estimate's about 500,000.
Okay. And that's gonna tie in,
to the Country Club intersection, and they're either going to go into the access road that's by the Econo Lodge or up to the light where the firehouse is.
is there any right-of-way acquisition or utility relocation?
Not that we have not been told. And it's only if they do have to tie into the light at the fire station, it's right out only per outdot.
Yeah, I think obviously the best solution would be to connect to the other parking lot, but
Yes,
we would have to get
correct.
permission to do that.
And that's what they're looking for, right?
Right.
And that's what they want.
All right, any other questions? All right, resolution 23-163, award bid number 23019 for sports field and course preparation to Pro Rain Irrigation Services Incorporated.
Jeremy Sherrill Purchasing. This is an annual bid that would cover general labor and equipment for any type of ball field irrigation repairs or construction, golf course included.
All right, any questions? Resolution 23-164, award bid number 23021 for new sanitation ejector trailer to Warren Truck and Trailer Incorporated.
Yeah, this was requested by Sanitation Department. I believe there's been some adjustments for mid-year budgeting, and they're ready to approve this one.
All right, any questions?
Jeremy, I'm sorry to go back. On that sports field and course preparation, that has nothing to do with the new complex. That's just existing.
It will put it in place so that when we're ready to proceed with that,
Okay,
we'll be ready to go with that bid on the
Okay.
construction.
But this is for any.
Correct.
Okay. All right, any other questions on either one of those? All right, resolution 23-165, approve FAA grant agreement for improvements at Pryor Field Regional Airport. And then the other one is resolution 23-166, approve FAA additional grant agreement for Pryor Field Regional Airport improvements.
And that's linked in the taxiway, the northwest hangar, and also to expand the access road. But they add up to about 1.25 million.
Okay, any questions? This is just, okay, never mind.
That's a grant that,
Yeah.
because we're one of the owners, we have to.
All right, any other questions? Resolution 23-167, approved Decatur Utilities lease agreement with Tillman Infrastructures for communications tower.
That's just tying it all together. We had two previous approvals, but the time frame's been about a year. So we're going back to just reaffirming that. Because that's what Tillman wanted to do, because it's been right every year.
Okay. Any questions? Ordinance's first reading, ordinance 23-4560, approve annexation request 37423 for approximately 19.59 acres located at 2709 Beltline Road Southwest.
Yes, this will be the annexation step that is tied to the pre-zoning that you set for the public hearing for the July 3rd meeting. This will allow us to have the vote for the pre-zoning and the annexation step in the same meeting.
All right, any questions? And that was an M1A?
M1A, yes.
Okay. All right, any other questions? All right, our council meeting next week is on Tuesday, the 20th, 9:30 work session, and then 10 o'clock council meeting on Tuesday, not Monday. Anything else from anybody, city employees, anything? Mayor?
I'd just like to recognize Adam Fox. Adam is the executive director for Pryor Field, which we are 1/4 owner. Pryor Field, and they hosted a air show there this weekend. A lot of groups have a team of people that work with them, and Adam is kind of a solo act, and put together an air show that brought in an estimated 12,000 attendees. It was a good show, and just appreciate Adam, the work he's doing there.
Good, thanks, Mayor. Anything else from council? I know I mentioned Chief Pinion coming in, but good to see you back, and I know you're 10 weeks out. I'm sure you're glad to be back too. So congratulations on your graduation, and good to have you back. Anything else? All right, we're dismissed.